Talking to kids about dementia. Tips for explaining grandparents' condition. Dementia is an illness that affects millions of people worldwide. It is a progressive condition that affects memory, thinking, and behavior. While it is a challenging condition for anyone to deal with, it can be especially hard for kids to understand when it affects the grandparents. Explaining to children what is happening to the grandparent can be a difficult conversation to have, but it is crucial. By helping kids understand what dementia is and how it affects their loved one, they can be better equipped to deal with the changes they will see. This post will provide tips and tricks for talking to your kids about dementia and help you approach the conversation in a way that is both informative and reassuring. 1. Why it's important to talk to kids about dementia. Talking to kids about dementia is an important conversation to have, even if it might feel difficult or uncomfortable. Children are often very perceptive and easily pick up on changes in their environment, including changes in the grandparents' behavior and memory. If these changes are not explained to them, children may become confused or scared, which can lead to increased anxiety and stress. By talking to kids about dementia, you can help them understand what is happening to the grandparent, and reassure them that it is not their fault. Additionally, talking about dementia with kids can help to build understanding and empathy towards people living with dementia. By explaining the condition in age-appropriate language and answering their questions, you can help to break down stigma and encourage them to be compassionate and supportive towards the grandparent. Finally, having open and honest conversations with kids about dementia can help to prepare them for the future. Depending on their age and maturity level, they may need to take on more responsibility in caring for the grandparent as their dementia progresses. By talking to them about this in advance, you can help to ease any anxiety or uncertainty they may have about what's to come. 2. Understanding dementia, what it is and how it affects the brain. Understanding dementia is the first step in helping children grasp the changes they may see in the grandparent. Dementia is a term used to describe a decline in mental ability severe enough to interfere with daily life. It is not a specific disease but a syndrome associated with a group of symptoms caused by the gradual death of brain cells. Dementia can affect various brain functions such as memory, language, perception, and behavior. It's important to explain to children that the grandparent's condition is not their fault, nor is it a result of anything they did or did not do. Dementia is a natural part of aging that can happen to anyone, and it can cause changes in behavior and personality. You can use simple and age-appropriate language to explain to children how dementia affects the brain. For example, you can explain that the brain is like a computer and dementia is like a virus that can infect it and cause it to work differently. It can also be helpful to provide concrete examples of how dementia affects the grandparent's behavior. For instance, you could explain that the grandparent may repeat things they've already said or forget important details. You can also explain that the grandparent may have trouble recognizing people or places they know well. By providing children with a basic understanding of what dementia is and how it affects the brain, you can help them feel more comfortable and less anxious about the grandparent's condition. 3. Choosing the right words to explain dementia to children. When talking to children about dementia, it's important to choose your words carefully. Children may not understand complex medical terminology or the science behind the disease. Using simple language and age-appropriate explanations is key to helping them understand what is happening to the grandparent. Start by explaining that dementia is a condition that affects the brain and can cause memory loss, confusion, and difficulty with everyday tasks. You can also use metaphors or analogies to help them understand. For example, you could compare the brain to a computer and explain that just like a computer can have problems with its memory or processing speed, the brain can also have problems that affect how it works. It's also important to let children know that the grandparent is still the same person they have always been, even if they may act differently or forget things. Encourage them to spend time with the grandparent and do things that they both enjoy. Overall, being honest and open with children about dementia can help them better understand what is happening and cope with the changes they may see in the grandparent. 4. Age-appropriate ways to talk to children about dementia. Talking to children about dementia can be a difficult task, but it's important to do it in an age-appropriate way. The first thing to remember is that children will have different levels of understanding depending on their age, so tailor your explanation accordingly. For younger children, you can explain that grandma or grandpa's brain is not working the way it used to, and that they might have trouble remembering things or doing things they used to do easily. You could compare it to a toy that has stopped working properly. This can help them understand that it's not the grandparents' fault and that they still love them just as much. For older children, you can explain more about how dementia affects the brain and the changes they might notice in the grandparents' behavior. You can also talk about how they can help the grandparent, for example, by being patient and understanding, or by helping with tasks they might find difficult. It's important to answer any questions your child might have and to be honest about what's going on, but also to reassure them that the grandparent is still the same person they have always known and loved. Encourage them to spend time with the grandparent and to make memories together, even if those memories might be different to what they were before. Overall, talking to children about dementia requires sensitivity and understanding, but it can also be an opportunity to teach them about empathy and compassion. With the right approach, you can help your child understand and accept the changes that come with dementia, while also preserving the special bond between grandparent and grandchild. 5. Addressing common fears and concerns children may have. It can be difficult for children to understand and accept the grandparent's condition if they are not provided with the right information. Children may have many fears and concerns, such as feeling scared or confused about the changes they see in the grandparent's behavior or worried that they might catch dementia themselves. It is important for parents to address these fears and concerns head-on and provide age-appropriate information that is clear and easy to understand. Start by explaining that dementia is not contagious, and that it is not the grandparents' fault that they are experiencing these changes. You can also use simple analogies to help children understand what is happening. For example, explain that the grandparent's brain is like a computer, and sometimes the computer has trouble remembering things. This can help children understand that it's not something that their grandparent can control. It is also important to reassure children that the grandparents' love for them has not changed and that they can still spend time with them and make memories together. Encourage children to ask questions and share their feelings, and be patient as they adjust to the grandparents' condition. By addressing their concerns and providing support, you can help children understand and cope with the grandparents' dementia. 6. Helping children cope with changes in the grandparents' behavior. Witnessing changes in the grandparents' behavior can be confusing and unsettling for children. It's important to help them understand what is happening and cope with the changes in a positive way. Here are some tips for helping children cope with changes in the grandparents' behavior. 1. Explain the condition. Start by explaining what dementia is and how it affects the brain. Use simple, age-appropriate language to help children understand what's happening to the grandparent. 2. Be honest. It's important to be honest with children about the changes they may see in the grandparents' behavior. Explain that the grandparent may have trouble remembering things or may act differently than they used to. 3. Provide reassurance. Let children know that the grandparent still loves them, even if they may not remember their name or recognize them at times. Reassure them that the grandparent is still the same person they've always known and loved. 4. Encourage empathy. Help children understand that the grandparent may be feeling scared or confused. Encourage them to be patient and kind, and to try to put themselves in the grandparent's shoes. 5. Maintain routines. Try to maintain regular routines as much as possible, as this can help provide a sense of stability for children. Encourage them to continue spending time with the grandparent and doing activities they enjoy together. By following these tips, you can help children cope with changes in the grandparents' behavior and help them maintain a positive relationship with their loved one. 7. Supporting children's emotional needs. It is important to understand that children may experience a range of emotions when they learn that the grandparent has dementia. They may feel scared, confused, sad, or angry, and may struggle to understand what is happening to the grandparent. As a caregiver or family member, it is important to support children's emotional needs during this time. One way to do this is by encouraging them to express their feelings and thoughts about the grandparent's condition. Ask them questions and listen actively to their responses. Validate their emotions, and assure them that it is okay to feel whatever they are feeling. You can also help them understand the changes they may observe in the grandparent's behavior by explaining that dementia affects the brain and can cause changes in memory, personality, and behavior. It is important to keep communication channels open and honest with the children. Let them know that they can always come to you with any questions or concerns they may have about the grandparent's condition. Additionally, you can help children feel connected to the grandparent by encouraging them to spend time with them as much as possible, and helping them understand that the grandparent still loves them, even if they may not remember the names or recognize them at times. By supporting children's emotional needs and helping them understand dementia, you can make this difficult time a little easier for them and help them maintain a positive relationship with the grandparent. 8. Involving children in the care of the grandparent. Involving children in the care of the grandparent can be a great way to help them understand the condition, and also to make them feel like they are doing something helpful for their loved one. Depending on the age of the child, there are many different tasks they can take on. For example, a younger child could help the grandparent with simple tasks around the house, like folding laundry or setting the table. This not only helps the grandparent, but also makes the child feel like they are contributing to their care. Older children may be able to take on more complex tasks, such as helping to manage the grandparent's medication schedule or accompanying them to doctor's appointments. This can be a great way to teach the child about healthcare and the importance of taking care of oneself. It's important to remember to never force a child to take on a caregiving role that they are uncomfortable with or not ready for. However, involving them in small ways can help them feel like they are making a difference and also help them process and understand the grandparent's condition. 9. Helping children stay connected with the grandparent. It's important to help children stay connected with the grandparent with dementia. This can help them feel closer to the grandparent and reduce feelings of isolation or confusion. Here are some tips to help children stay connected. 1. Keep them involved. Encourage your child to stay involved with activities that the grandparent enjoys. This can be as simple as reading a book together, watching a movie, or playing a game. It will allow them to spend quality time with the grandparent and create happy memories. 2. Use technology. With the help of technology, you can keep your child connected with the grandparent, even if they are not physically present. Video calls, text messages, and emails can help them stay in touch and feel connected. 3. Reminisce together. Encourage your child to reminisce with the grandparent about happy memories they shared together. This can help them feel closer to the grandparent and remind them of the good times they shared. 4. Create a memory book. Creating a memory book can be a fun activity for both the child and grandparent. They can include pictures, stories, and mementos of their time together. This will help them stay connected and create a lasting memory. By helping children stay connected with the grandparent with dementia, you can help them maintain a strong relationship and reduce feelings of confusion or isolation. 10. The importance of ongoing communication and support. Ongoing communication and support are crucial when it comes to talking to kids about dementia. It's important to create a safe and supportive environment where children can feel comfortable asking questions and expressing their feelings. This means checking in with them regularly and being available to answer any questions they may have. It's also important to provide ongoing support to both the child and the grandparent with dementia. This can include finding support groups for both the child and the grandparent, seeking professional counseling, and providing resources that can help them better understand the condition. Remember, talking to kids about dementia is not a one-time conversation. It's an ongoing process that requires patience, understanding, and compassion. By keeping the lines of communication open and providing ongoing support, you can help children better understand dementia and cope with the changes that come with it. We hope you found our article helpful in discussing dementia with your children. It can be challenging to explain to children the changes they see in the grandparents' behavior due to dementia. Our tips can help you alleviate the confusion and stress that your children may experience. Remember, honesty and simplicity are key when talking to your kids about dementia. It's essential to provide them with an understanding of what is happening to their loved one while also reassuring them that they are safe and loved. We hope that our suggestions will help you have a productive conversation with your children about dementia, and we wish you and your family all the best during this difficult time.